We all want to be able to play like our favourite drummers, not to actually sound the same as them, but to understand what they're playing, how what they're playing serves the music, and get a bit of a feel for what made them stand out to us in the first place. This isn't about imitation, oh hell nah bruh. This is about inspiration, learning the phrasing of your favourite musicians to see if you can turn it into something of your own. Let that spark become a fire. Let it bring you light at your darkest times.
At the end of the tunnel, you will meet your destiny.
Or, you know, we could make some cool sounding grooves on the drums. A couple of weeks ago, I put out my UK Jazz Starter Pack ebook, a collection of 84 individual groove notations from drummers and artists in the UK jazz scene. And today we're going to pick out 3 of the most commonly played patterns from the whole collection and see if we can create our own groove from the phrasing that we've learned, starting with together left, right, left. This phrase can be found in tracks such as Emma Jean Thackeray's Sun, Nabaya Garcia, The Message Continues, Puma Blue, Bruise Cruise, United Vibrations Grow, just to name a few. A real staple, not only in this style, but also hip hop, breakbeats, funk, soul, you name it, this phrase will flame it. Let's just chuck it straight in there and get started. I've put my click at 108 BPM, I'll start simple and expand. The next phrase, one-handed 16th notes on the hat. You'll find this style of groove in tracks such as Yusef Days, Keeve, Soweto Kinch, The Healing, 44th Move, Hope, Ezra Collective, Reasons in Disguise, the list goes on, man. Again, you're going to find this sort of phrasing in multiple different genres, whether it's hip hop, R&B, basically anything in straight time. Because after all, what is UK jazz if not a melting pot of different genres and inspirations pulled from all sides of the musical spectrum, expressed by musical wizards who just so happen to be UK based. So to get it into the groove that we got so far, after some experimentation, I personally found that I like the sound of it in the second half of the bar, and I added in a little run of one-handed 16th notes, usually starting on 3 and, to give the groove a more defined feel and hopefully a distinctive sound. The third phrase is Paradiddle Diddle, but played on a 16th note grid. You can find this phrasing in tracks like Georgia Smith, On My Mind, or Yusef Days, Black Love, or Julie Mango's. Now, if you want to get techie, this concept could be described as odd note groupings, where you phrase 16th notes as anything but groups of 4, or 8 really. For example, as groups of 6 like a Paradiddle Diddle, or maybe you phrase triplets as groups of 4, or quintuplets as groups of 7. You get the idea. Now you could add an extra note so that it resolves every bar, you could let the phrase roll over the bar line, or you could just drop it in as and when sounds cool to you. For this particular groove, because we're already playing a lot of 16th notes, I reckon let's phrase our Paradiddle Diddle as 30-second notes. After trying a few options out, I like the idea of using our Paradiddle Diddle to create a dramatic change of feel that we can use as a bit of a rhythmic hook, a turnaround, or a bridge. Alright, 6. So we managed to get all the phrases in there, which is a 6 start. So now to the final piece of the puzzle. Improvisation. So we just picked out 3 different phrases from such a big selection of options, so now we want to get loose with it. Use the grooves you create to spark off new ideas, sit with them for a while and develop them to see what comes out. Over time, you want to start to build up your own bag of phrases and start to define your own sound, and maybe one day some nerdy drum teacher will be writing out your grooves to break down on their YouTube channel. Now saying, I also wrote a backing track to accompany this groove. There's a link in the video description if you want to grab it, as well as a link to my ebook.